Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Svetaswatara Upanishad, Adhyaya 3, Mantra 12. Mahan Prabhurvai Purushaha Sattvasyaisha Pravartakaha Sunirmalamimam Praptim Ishano Jyotiravyayaha. Ishvara Kripa, the grace of Ishvara, plays an important role to be successful in any pursuit. Whether it is passing an exam, earning money, having a good health, even for that we need Ishvara Kripa, Ishvara's grace. And it is very much so in the pursuit of Moksha. Moksha Prapti is not possible without Ishvara Kripa. That is why the Shastra suggests us to lead a prayerful life. Prayer is a very integral part of the moksha pursuit. We have to pray for Ishvaranugraha, Ishvara Kripa. We individuals can be proud of ourselves. I am very intelligent. I am educated. All of us feel proud, or we might have felt proud at some point or the other. If not now, I am good at studies. As children, some of us might have felt proud. But unfortunately or fortunately, we jivas are alpajna and alpashaktiman. Our knowledge is limited. We are alpajna. Sarvaha sarvam na janati, sarvajno nasti kaschana. In Mahabharata, there is the story of Nala. There, Nala and another king, they had a discussion. The other king, he was an expert in calculating, in counting. Just by a glance, he can say exact number of leaves in the tree. That was his expertise. But that king didn't know how to cook. Whereas Nala, he could cook Nalapaka. You know what is Nalapaka? Even without all the accessories, he could cook very well. And as an atishayokti, as an exaggerated statement, Mahabharata says he could cook without fire and water also. That means he could cook without much facilities. He could improvise many things. Even without some masalas, he could cook with the taste. Like nowadays, some people ask me, how can the food be tasty without onion? How can the food be tasty without garlic? I have been living without onion and garlic for such a long time. And I relish my food. It is possible to cook without certain ingredients, with the taste. Many of you do it. There are some Annapurna sitting here also. So, Nala is expert in certain types of arts. Cooking, riding the horse, taming the horse, etc. Even the Sarathi, charioteering, Nala was an expert. The other person was good in counting, and he has his own domain of expertise. In that context, this statement comes in Mahabharata. Sarvas sarvam na janati. Everybody doesn't know everything. I may be good at something, you may be good at something else. Sarvajño nasti kaśchana. There is no Sarvajña in this world among jivas. Only Ishvara is Sarvajña. Therefore, remembering the Ishvara, we should become humble. I am not Sarvajña. Ishvara is Sarvajña. And not only we are not Sarvajña, we are Alpajña, our knowledge is limited. Likewise, even our Shakti is limited. Alpa Shaktiman. Our power is limited. To what extent we can change the external world is limited. There is noise coming from outside. Can we reduce the noise? We have tried our best. Because we are Alpa Shaktiman, our ability to alter the external world is very, very limited. The physical world. Likewise, our ability to alter the other's mind, it is also limited. Can we change others' mind, others' way of thinking? Definitely we try our best. You should not do like that. You should do this. You should not think that way. You should think this way. We keep telling others. But we don't have a say over others' ways of thinking. Limited ability, limited power to change others' mind. The other person thinks in his own way. He feels in his own way. That is why we cannot expect much. We cannot expect the other people to do what we want. If we rely for our happiness on the others' ways of thinking, we are going to be disappointed. My son will do this. My daughter will do this. If we rely on these ideas for our happiness, we are going to be miserable. Because we don't have a say over others' ways of thinking. how they think now, and how they will think in future, we have no say over it. That is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Prakritim yanti bhutani nigrahah kim karishyati. Prakritim yanti bhutani. Everybody follows their own prakriti, their own samskara, their own swabhava. Because it may be your son or your daughter, but your son or your daughter has come with his or her own samskara. Because when he or she has become your son or your daughter only in this janma, before this janma, where was he? He was another jiva. He is another jiva, existed in some other form. And because of that jiva's karma, now he has become your son or your daughter. It has carried its own karma, its own samskara, its own vasana. And what he has to undergo in his life is determined by his karma. What he has brought from the previous janmas. And how he or she behaves, to a large extent, it is determined by his vasanas, what he has carried from the previous janmas. Your training, your upbringing will contribute a little. I am not saying it will not contribute. But to what extent it will contribute, it is limited. It is like a sapling. You have sown a seed or planted a sapling. You can put fertilizers, you can put water. Your fertilizers and water, don't they contribute to the growth of the plant? Definitely they do. But to what extent? There are so many other factors that determine the growth of the tree, or that determine the taste of the fruits in the tree. There are so many other factors. There are genetic factors. Just because you have poured more water, a mango tree will not start producing coconut. It will produce only mango, and that too the particular type of mango with the same type of taste. Likewise, the other jivas, they have come with their own samskara, their own prakriti. That is why nigraha kim karishyati. Your nigraha is not going to work. You don't have a say over it. You can try your best, but to some extent you may change. To a large extent, It is determined by his prakriti. A donkey cannot be made into a horse by washing. Donkey will remain a donkey. Horse will remain a horse. So, we are Alpashaktiman, even as far as the others' minds are concerned. Then what about our own mind? What about our own mind? Even with respect to our own mind, our freedom is limited. Our say is limited. Because even we have come with our own samskara, our own prakriti. We can try our best to be better. Definitely we have to try our best to be better. But only our effort is not enough. That is why we cannot overestimate ourselves. Overestimation is the greatest cause of blunders. There is a driver, an expert driver. He says, I am a very good driver. I can drive very fast, 150, 160, 180 also I can hit, no problem. Some people drive in the highway with that kind of a speed. When you drive with that kind of a speed, there are all chances of meeting with an accident. You are inviting Yama. Because of overestimation, one may cause mistake. And sometimes when you make a mistake once, you cannot make it second time. In fact, that is how they teach in driving schools. If you make a mistake, you will not be able to make a mistake second time. In some driving schools, they tell this. Therefore, we should understand our limitations. And we should not overestimate ourselves. And where we are lacking, who will support us? Where we are lacking, we should take some support from others. That is where the wisdom lies. I am not able to do it myself. Therefore, let me take somebody else's help. I don't know how to use this microphone, so let me take somebody's help. Then there are areas where even the other person may not be able to help us. We may make mistakes. We may have shortcomings. Who has to help us? That is where we need to pray to Ishvara. Bhagavan is capable of helping everyone, because he is Samarthaha, Prabhuhu. There is a beautiful word for Ishvara, Prabhuhu. Prabhavati iti Prabhuhu. One who is capable is called Prabhu. Mahan Prabhurvais Purushaha. Purushaha Mahan. The Purusha is great. Ishvara is great, being Sarvajna and Sarvashaktiman. And therefore he is Prabhuhu, he is Samarthaha, he is capable of uplifting us. He is capable of guiding us in the right path if we pray to him. If you are doing what you have to do, then you can receive the grace of Ishvara. It is not that Ishvara is partial. It is not that Ishvara is biased. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshyosti na priyaha. I am equal to everyone. Samoham sarvabhuteshu. Ishvara is equal to everyone. Not only human beings, even to the other beings. Name dveshyosti na priyaha. I don't have dveshya or priya. I don't have friends or enemies. I like someone. I dislike someone. Ishvara does not have such a difference. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Name dveshyosti na priyaha. But then, why does Ishvara help only some people? Ishvara will help everyone. You should be ready to accept the help. The sunlight is available everywhere. You should access the sunlight. If we don't wake up early in the morning, If we wake up at 12 o'clock, now as the days pass, as the time passes, people are waking up later and later. Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami. Then we are not making use of the sunlight. We are not making use of the auspicious time of the day, the daybreak. Likewise, we should be ready to harness the grace of Ishvara. Tap the grace of Ishvara. Nowadays, we tap the solar energy with the solar panel. You tap the solar energy. You tap the hydroelectric power. Building dam and turbines. Likewise, we should tap the grace of Ishvara. We should harness the grace of Ishvara by opening up our own hearts. That is why prayer is needed. When we pray, we are opening up our heart to the grace of Ishvara. Somebody was asking me, why should we praise Ishvara? Because there are so many stotras. Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra, Dakshinamurti Stotra, Lalita Sahasranama Stotra. What is stotra? Stotra means stuti. In fact, stotra means by which you praise Ishvara is called stotra. It is a glorification of Ishvara. You are great, Mahan, Prabhu. It is stotra. Why should we need why do we need stotra? Does Ishvara need our praise? Yeah, Ishvara doesn't need your praise. But if you have to open your heart for the grace of Ishvara, you need stotra. You are acknowledging the greatness of Ishvara. By acknowledging the greatness of Ishvara, you are opening up yourself to receive Ishvara's grace. So, Mahan Prabhurvai. Ishvara is Mahan and he is Prabhu, he is Samartha. He is capable of uplifting the jivas. He is capable of lending his helping hand. Karavalamba. Karavalamba. There is a Karavalamba Stotra. Lakshmi Nrasimha Mama Dehi Karavalambam. O Lakshmi Nrasimha, Lakshmi Narasimha, give me the support of your hand. Lakshmi Nrasimha Mama Dehi Karavalambam. You are asking for Ishvara Kripa. Very beautiful stotra. You can read the stotra. Srimat Nidhi Niketana Chakrapane, etc. It starts. So when you ask for Ishvara's grace, he is capable of uplifting. Teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha mayyaveshita chetasam. Chapter 12 Bhagavad Gita. Those who pray to me with earnestness, I uplift them without delay. Achirat. Bhagavan does not make us wait. Achirat. Without much delay. Your prayers will be answered without much delay. I uplift them, samudharta bhavami. I uplift them from the ocean of samsara. So, samarthaha prabhuhu. Eshaha sunirmalam imam praptim uddishya satvasya pravartakaha. The same Ishvara guides our mind, impels our mind towards moksha. Even the desire to get moksha, viveka, vairagya, everything requires Bhagavan's grace. Without Ishvara Kripa, even viveka is not possible. Even vairagya is not possible. Even mumukshutva is not possible. That is why people sometimes become full of so many negativities. Why people commit suicide? Some people nowadays, the cases of suicide are increasing. Even the well-to-do people, even the affluent people, intelligent people, they are committing more suicide. Not the poor peasants or anybody. The rich people, educated people, they are committing more suicide. This shows the jiva's inability to handle its own problems, to handle its own psychological problems. That is where the Ishvara Kripa helps. If somebody leads a prayerful life, and relates to Ishvara, I don't think there will be any case of suicide. I am in trouble, but Ishvara is with me. Bhagavan is with me. If we have this faith, is there any chance for suicide? Therefore, Ishvara guides our mind towards positivity, towards strength, towards liberation. Sunirmalam imam praptim uddishya sattvasya antahkaranasya pravartakaha. Sunirmalam praptim. The moksha prapti is called Sunirmala prapti. The purest goal. The purest goal is moksha. Any other goal is contaminated. Artha, wealth is a contaminated goal. You think of it. Money is contamination. That is why in Mahabharata, in Bhagavatam, Parikshit has given a place to Kali. Where is it? Gold. Gold is a place for Kali. Gold means wealth. That is why wealth corrupts people. Now, should you give up all your wealth? It is not practicable. Had it been practicable, I would have told, throw away all your money to the Ganga or wherever. I would have told if it is practicable. But I am not going to give an impracticable suggestion. So, we have to purify ourselves from the papa of accumulation of wealth. How to do it? The best way to do it is dhanam. Give as much as dana as possible. Do as much as charity as possible. Then, to a large extent, you will be free from the papa of the possession of wealth. So, artha is a contaminated prapti. Kama is a contaminated prapti. Material enjoyment. Every kama has its own contamination. The more you are enjoying the material world, you are contaminating yourself. That is why we need so much of purification through japa, etc. Likewise, even going to Swarga, etc., even that is not free from contamination. Even in Swarga, there is impurity. There is a dukkha also. Compared to this world, it will be more sukha. But even in Swarga, You may start comparing yourself with the other person. He is happier than me. Then what happens? Dukkha. There will be envy. Even Devatas had insecurity. Indra has lot of insecurity. When will I lose my position? Therefore, every other goal is a contaminated goal. Only moksha is sunirmala praptihi. It is free from all contaminations. Sattvasya pravartakaha. Ishvara impels our mind towards moksha. If we have to pursue moksha, we need Ishvara's grace. Eshaha Ishanaha. He is Ishanaha. Ishvaraha. The Lord. Avyayam Avyayaha Jyotihi. He is the changeless light. The light who does not change. The eternal light. Every other light can be switched off. Even the sunlight. At some point, even the sunlight will go away. According to Shastra, it will happen during Pralaya. Even if you consider the modern science, the sun rays, they are hydrogen fusion. Through fusion, we are getting the sunlight. It is a fusion reaction. Helium. Hydrogen becomes helium. They combine together. Hydrogen atoms combine together and form helium. That is what they are, they are hypothesizing. We don't know what exactly. Nobody can touch the sun. Now, at some point of time, even the fuel in the sun will get exhausted. Maybe after thousands of years. We don't know when. Then even the sun will become a black hole. Just like any other star in the Milky Way galaxy. And then it will swallow up all the nearby neighboring planets. Mercury will be swallowed, Venus will be swallowed, Mars will be swallowed, even the earth will be swallowed. So that is the day of Pralaya. Even science favors the idea of Pralaya. So every other light will disappear, subject to disappearance. But the Atma Jyotihi, the Paramatma, is Avyayaha Jyotihi, eternal light. He transcends both Srishti and Pralaya. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ